All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at this program called HEROES.
Heroes.
It stands for Health, Empowerment, Resilience, Opportunities, Excellence, and Success. In front of us looks like marketing materials and notes from the developers. And to be honest, it's all pretty intriguing.
Yeah,
We're here to kind of figure out if this thing actually lives up to the name.
definitely. It's a pretty ambitious name.
Ew.
From what I'm seeing here, the Heroes program is all about like guiding people towards success,
Okay.
but like a holistic success. We're talking health, wealth, and happiness. Even if you wouldn't really call yourself like a natural entrepreneur.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So not just for the business folks out there. One thing that really jumped out at me at the beginning was the creator's story.
Okay.
They talk about how they invested over $80,000 in a traditional education.
Oh, wow.
But then they had this like realization when they were looking at their professors' cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's something that could definitely spark some debate.
For sure.
It sounds like they're kind of implying that even with all that education, the professors aren't really financially successful, you know?
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a disconnect between academic achievements and like actual real world wealth.
Exactly. And they go even further with it. They actually draw this parallel to Einstein's idea,
Really?
where he said that great spirits encounter violent opposition from mediocre minds.
Oh, wow.
It's like they're hinting that there's this system in place that almost keeps people down or prevents people from reaching their full potential.
Interesting.
Even using the term slave mentality.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty provocative statement.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what they say about the cars might raise some eyebrows. It's worth thinking about how financial success isn't the only measure of a good career, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, plenty of academics, they choose to prioritize, you know, intellectual pursuits or contributing to society in different ways. And those things, they don't always come with a huge paycheck.
That's a good point. It's easy to get caught up in that money equals success trap, right? But let's move on for a second to the actual HEROES program itself. From what I can tell, it's mostly a digital program. It's focused on wealth, but there's also this added layer of health and wellness.
Yeah, and they're really clear that it's not about the creator becoming some celebrity guru. Like the
Right.
focus is more on empowering other people,
Okay.
no matter, you know, their background or culture.
So inclusivity is important to them.
Yeah, seems like it.
And they really want to attract all kinds of people, whether they want to build a business empire or just want more financial stability.
Definitely.
And speaking of dreams, they even have this specific thing called the Dream Program for Dreamers.
The Dream Program for Dreamers.
Yeah, it's interesting how they connect financial well-being with social responsibility. Like they want people to use wealth to make the world a better place.
I see.
And even they paint this picture of you like working from the beach,
Nice.
enjoying life, making money at the same time.
Definitely plays into that whole freedom and flexibility thing that everyone's looking for these days.
Totally.
It is a very appealing image, especially when
Yeah.
you contrast it with that typical 9 to 5 grind.
Yeah.
Stuck in a cubicle under those fluorescent lights, no thanks.
Ugh.
So how do they plan to actually make this dream a reality?
Well, it looks like they offer this whole set of digital products and people can use them themselves or they can even resell them to others. Quizzes, social media content. They even have these things called faceless reels.
Faceless reels, what are those?
From what I understand, they're these pre-made social media videos that people can, customize with their own branding, their own message. But they don't actually have to show their face on camera.
Oh, that's clever. So it's for people who are, maybe a little camera shy,
Yeah.
but still want to build an online presence and attract customers.
Exactly.
That's a really clever approach.
So what else is... let me see. There are also educational videos. And then they also offer entire course lines that users can sell to their own customers.
Wow.
So it's more than just teaching concepts. They're giving people the actual materials
Yeah.
to potentially launch their own businesses.
So it's not just personal development, it's about potentially creating a business and actually generating an income, whether you're actively working or not.
Exactly. That's the big promise. Flexibility, freedom, and then the potential for a good income. And all while focusing on your well-being, too.
Yeah, that focus on well-being is interesting. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to reach people who are looking for more than just money.
Right.
You know, they want a more balanced, fulfilling lifestyle.
For sure.
And this brings us to the whole passive income thing. They say you don't have to be super extroverted or always hustling to benefit.
Right.
They're catering to all kinds of personalities.
Yeah, it's a good point because not everyone likes that high pressure, always on environment.
Right, exactly.
This idea that you can make money while you're sleeping or on vacation is pretty powerful.
It is, but I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical about that part.
Yeah.
Making money while you sleep.
It sounds too good to be true.
But I am curious to learn more about how they say they do it.
Me too. It's a bold claim for sure.
It is. And what's interesting is how they seem to contrast this passive income model with the traditional way of working, like a doctor who works, 80 hours a week. They're offering an alternative, one that isn't about trading your time for money. It's more about leveraging digital systems to create a more sustainable income stream.
Like you're saying, there's a different way to achieve success, one that doesn't require you to burn yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
But before we get too deep into the nuts and bolts of the program itself, I think we should explore this slave mentality idea a little bit more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do they actually mean by that?
It's a good question because it's definitely a provocative term.
It is.
It's important to understand the context they're using it in.
Definitely. So let's unpack that a bit in the next part of our deep dive.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, this whole slave mentality thing, it's really at the core of what the creator's saying. It's like they're saying that traditional jobs, the ones where you trade your time for money,
Right.
they keep people stuck,
Yeah.
trapped in this cycle where they always depend on someone else. It's like, we've been conditioned to think that working long hours for someone else is the only way to be financially secure. But is there another way?
That's exactly what they're trying to answer here. They're proposing this idea that if you use digital tools and create passive income, you can break free from this slave mentality and become truly independent. Okay, I'm seeing how this connects to their program, but let's dig a bit deeper into the specifics. We talked about the digital products they offer. But what about the structure of the actual Heroes program?
It looks like it's a kind of a multifaceted approach. They combine coaching, educational resources, and those ready-to-use business assets we talked about. So it's not just giving you information, it's also giving you guidance and the actual tools to use that knowledge.
So it's like hand-holding, a knowledge base, and a toolbox all rolled into one.
Yeah, exactly. They really highlight this plug-and-play aspect of their system. You don't need to be a marketing expert or a tech genius to get started.
That definitely sounds appealing, especially for people who are new to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Or maybe feel intimidated by the technical side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. They make it clear that you can sign up and immediately start using the products or even reselling them.
Right.
There's no waiting around to get your business going.
So there's a low barrier to entry. But how do they actually back up their claims? Is there substance behind this program, or is it all just hype?
It seems like they're relying a lot on the research aspect of it. The creator talks about their experience working with high net worth individuals
Understood.
and how they use those insights to develop a